Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 4, Book 52, number 171. Narrated by Anas. The Prophet allowed Abdurrahman bin Auf and Az Zubair bin al-Awwam to wear silk. Volume 4, Book 52, number 172. Narrated by Anas. Wearing of silk was allowed to them, i.e., Abdurrahman and Az Zubair, because of the itching they suffered from. Volume 4, Book 52, number 173. Narrated by Amir ad-Damri. I saw the Prophet eating of a shoulder of a sheep, by cutting from it, and then he was called to prayer and he prayed without repeating his ablution. Volume 4, Book 52, number 174. Narrated by Az Zuhri. As above, Hadith number 173, and added that the Prophet put the knife down. Volume 4, Book 52, number 175. Narrated by Khalid bin Madan. That Umar bin al-Aswad al-Anasi told him that he went to Ubadah bin as-Samit while he was staying in his house at the seashore of Hims with his wife, Haram. Umar said, Haram informed us that she heard the Prophet saying, Paradise is granted to the first batch of my followers who will undertake a naval expedition. Haram added, I said, O Allah's Apostle, will I be amongst them? He replied, You are amongst them. The Prophet then said, The first army amongst my followers who will invade Caesar's city will be forgiven their sins. I asked, Will I be one of them, O Allah's Apostle? He replied in the negative. Volume 4, Book 52, number 176. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. Allah's Apostle said, You, i.e. Muslims, will fight why the Jews till some of them will hide behind stones. The stones will betray them, saying, O Abdullah, i.e. slave of Allah, there is a Jew hiding behind me, so kill him. Volume 4, Book 52, number 177. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's Apostle said, The hour will not be established until you fight with the Jews, and the stone behind which a Jew will be hiding will say, O Muslim, there is a Jew hiding behind me, so kill him. Volume 4, Book 52, number 178. Narrated by Amr bin Taklib. The Prophet said, One of the portents of the hour is that you will fight with people wearing shoes made of hair, and one of the portents of the hour is that you will fight with broad-faced people whose faces will look like shields coated with leather. Volume 4, Book 52, number 179. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's Apostle said, The hour will not be established until you fight with the Turks, people with small eyes, red faces, and flat noses. Their faces will look like shields coated with leather. The hour will not be established till you fight with people whose shoes are made of hair. Volume 4, Book 52, number 180. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, The hour will not be established till you fight with people wearing shoes made of hair. And the hour will not be established till you fight with people whose faces look like shields coated with leather. Abu Hurairah added, They will be small-eyed, flat-nosed, and their faces will look like shields coated with leather. Volume 4, Book 52, number 181. Narrated by Abu Ishaq. A man asked al-Bara, O Abu Umara, Did you all flee on the day of the battle of Hunain? He replied, No, by Allah. Allah's Apostle did not flee, but his young unarmed companions passed by the archers of the tribe of Hawazin and Bani Nasr, whose arrows hardly missed a target, and they threw arrows at them hardly missing a shot. So the Muslims retreated towards the Prophet while he was riding his white mule, which was being led by his cousin Abu Sufyan bin al-Harith bin Abdul Muttalib. The Prophet dismounted and invoked Allah for victory. Then he said, "I am the Prophet, without a lie. I am the son of Abdul Muttalib." And then he arranged his companions in rows. Volume 4, Book 52, number 182. Narrated by Ali. When it was the day of the Battle of Al-Ahzab, i.e. the clans, Allah's apostle said, "O Allah, fill their, i.e. the infidels, houses and graves with fire, as they busied us so much that we did not perform the prayer, i.e. Asr, till the sun set." Volume 4, Book 52, number 183. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet used to recite the following invocations during Qanut. O Allah, save Salama bin Hisham. O Allah, save Al-Walid bin Al-Walid. O Allah, save Ayash bin Rabi'a. O Allah, save the weak Muslims. O Allah, be very hard on Mudda tribe. O Allah, afflict them with years of famine, similar to the famine years of the time of Prophet Joseph. Volume 4, Book 52, number 184. Narrated by Abdullah bin Abi Awfa. Allah's apostle invoked evil upon the pagans on the day of the battle of Al-Ahzab, saying, "O Allah, the revealer of the Holy Book, the swift taker of accounts, O Allah, defeat Al-Ahzab, i.e. the clans. O Allah, defeat them and shake them." Volume 4, Book 52, number 185. Narrated by Abdullah. Once the Prophet was offering the prayer in the shade of the Kaaba. Abu Jahl and some Qurayshi men sent somebody to bring the abdominal contents of a she-camel which had been slaughtered somewhere in Mecca, and when he brought them, they put them over the Prophet. Then Fatima, i.e. the Prophet's daughter, came and threw them away from him, and he said, "O Allah, destroy the pagans of Quraysh. O Allah, destroy Quraysh. O Allah, destroy Quraysh," naming especially Abu Jahl bin Hisham, Utbah bin Rabi'a, Shaybah bin Rabi'a, Al-Walid bin Utbah, Ubay bin Khalaf and Uqbah bin Abi Mit. The narrator, Abdullah, added, "I saw them all killed and thrown in the Badr well." Volume 4, Book 52, number 186. Narrated by Aisha. Once the Jews came to the Prophet and said, "Death be upon you." So I cursed them. The Prophet said, "What is the matter?" I said, "Have you not heard what they said?" The Prophet said, "Have you not heard what I replied to them?" I said, "The same is upon you." Volume 4, Book 52, number 187. Narrated by Abdullah bin Abbas. Allah's apostle wrote a letter to Caesar saying, "If you reject Islam, you will be responsible for the sins of the peasants, i.e. your people." Volume 4, Book 52, number 188. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Tuvail bin Amr ad-Dawsi and his companions came to the Prophet and said, "O Allah's apostle, the people of the tribe of Dais disobeyed and refused to follow you. So invoke Allah against them." The people said, "The tribe of Dais is ruined." The Prophet said, "O Allah, give guidance to the people of Dais, and let them embrace Islam." Volume 4, Book 52, number 189. Narrated by Anas. When the Prophet intended to write a letter to the ruler of the Byzantines, he was told that those people did not read any letter unless it was stamped with a seal. So, the Prophet got a silver ring, as if I were just looking at its white glitter on his hand, and stamped on it the expression, "Muhammad, Apostle of Allah." Volume 4, Book 52, number 190. Narrated by Abdullah bin Abbas. Allah's apostle sent his letter to Khusrau and ordered his messenger to hand it over to the governor of Bahrain, who was to hand it over to Khusrau. So, When Khusrau read the letter he tore it. Said bin al-Musayyab said, the Prophet then invoked Allah to disperse them with full dispersion, destroy them, i.e. Khusrau and his followers, severely.